or evil.
It's 11 p.m. on the night of the vigil. Mark sets up his paranormal detection equipment around the house.
Okay, in this front room we've decided to set up some activation objects. We've chosen 2 items from around the house. We're going to place them onto this piece of paper on this table here. We're going to seal the room off, and hopefully when we come back in at the end of the vigil we will have some sort of movement on these items.
In the cellar, a thermal imaging camera has been set up, which will record any temperature fluctuations. Some believe this can indicate paranormal activity. It's nearly midnight, and in the Winnebago, skeptic Chris will study the vigil closely on the monitor. We'll position static cameras in the dining room, in the cellar, and in the front room.
Okay, so we're at the vigil, and for the first part, we're going to just let the house settle and see what we feel and what we hear. Okay? Okay, light's going to go out.
23 minutes have passed quietly. Then, suddenly, unexplained noises start coming from the sealed room.
What was that bang from?
Yeah, like someone opened the door.
Feel it pulse darker.
Meanwhile, in the cellar, the locked-off camera starts to pick up some noises. Mark and Mia decide to go down to investigate.
Strange size steps.
Mark says he's been dreading returning to this room.
Light's about to go out, okay?
Yeah.
The cellar is now pitch black and very disorientating.
You all right?
Yeah. It's that wobbly thing.
It's such a dense atmosphere in here.
The dark should heighten their other senses. Mark immediately reports hearing a noise up the stairs.
But I've heard, you know, if you'd stop walking, you'd sort of...
Yeah.
That's what I've heard there. That someone's got to the bottom of the stairs and just stopped.
The sense of presence by the stairs is said to get stronger.
You can hear it right behind you, Mark.
I know. I don't...
It's shuffling.
I'm stood here and I just don't want to look behind me.
Strange noises begin to infiltrate the cellar.
I'm hearing... It's like bits of the wall flaking off.
Where are you pointing?
Well, it's to the wall to our right.
Oh, God. It's so dark.
I don't know if it could be some sort of drip.
It's not only in the cellar that the dripping noise can be heard.
You hear a noise like a drip.
Many of the noises seem to be coming from the sealed room above.
That's floorboards above us. That's the room above us. That's creaking floorboards.
There's no one in there.
Maybe that's what the noise is.
It's been locked off.
The team report the activity is starting to intensify.
Oh, Mark. I just had someone breathing in my ear. Fucking...
Mark and Mia look completely on edge. As the Hassets have reported in the past, the haunting gets physical.
Did you hear it?
Oh, I've just been poked.
You were where?
I've been poked in the side.
Show me your side, show me your side.
I don't know if there's anything there.
Yeah, you have got Mark.
After 40 minutes in the cellar, the haunting seems so intense that Mia is sure that the spirit is trying to communicate with them. Mia is keen for Teresa to come down to the cellar, as she says the spirits communicated with her in the past.
I think that you and I, Teresa, should go downstairs into the cellar.
Okay.
And I think Phil should go to the Winnebago of Mark and watch it on the monitor.
At 2 a.m, they all take up their new positions. Like Mark, Teresa reports a strong sense of presence by the stairs.
I'm just feeling very uneasy, actually, as if someone's watching us.
Yeah.
It's behind us.
Yeah. Stay away.
The cellar feels even more intense to Mia this time, and they're starting to pick up a different noise.
Sounds like an animal.
What's that?
They say they can't make out what the sound is, but it's getting closer and louder. Disorientated in the pitch black, they look for the well to steady themselves.
Don't you go and leave me.
No, don't.
It's gone so dark down here now. No, it's horrid.
The tension is mounting.
Do you hear that? Yeah?
Yes, it's there.
I don't know where you're pointing.
I'm pointing. Oh my God!
Teresa is terrified by the bang, so they leave. It's only later that they realise that Teresa's torch had fallen to the floor. After tonight's dramatic events, it's time for our skeptic to take a look.
I'm probably in the right kind of frame of mind to experience anything if I'm going to, because I'm actually feeling extremely tired, and so therefore I ought to be suggestible if it's all down to suggestibility, or if it's all really happening then I ought to hear it anyway. So I'm just going to stand here for a while, quite a while, and just see how I feel, basically.
Mia and Teresa have sought refuge in the Winnebago, where they discuss tonight's ordeal with Phil and Mark.
It was weird down there, wasn't it? I mean, you had some different experiences, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought there was somebody over in the corner down where the stairwell was, and I felt that someone was actually staring at me.
So I must admit I was quite pleased to get out of there. It wasn't comfortable, it wasn't fun, it wasn't interesting, it was just hard work.
Well, I think I've been down here now about 15 minutes. And I have to say that I've not experienced anything at all. I've heard the odd slight noise, but in a house 250 years old, I think you expect it to make the odd slight noise.
Satisfied that there is no ghost, Chris leaves. After hearing so many noises from the sealed-off room, Mark is keen to see if the Buddha or horse brass have moved.
Okay, we've not actually had any movement with these objects at all, which is kind of strange when you consider myself and Mia, we believe we've heard movement from this room. It doesn't appear that anything's actually happened.
The equipment has shown nothing out of the ordinary, but it has been an eventful evening. The family have no doubt that there's been plenty of paranormal activity. It's 11 a.m. on the morning after the vigil. After some sleep, everyone reflects on the events of last night.
Well, we had a very interesting night last night.
It did make me panic, and I'm sorry that I made you jump as well.
It was so black, you know.
It really
It's very
was.
hard to put into words how dark.
It was just absolutely pitch black
And I had
down
this
there.
very strange sensation that if I wasn't holding onto either the well or touching the wall, I had no sense of where the stairs were, where the wall was, and I suddenly found myself quickly grabbing out to try and get my bearings back. It was very weird.